What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Dugas. Um, this is my first live video, man. As you can see, I'm in the kids' room here with the weight bench. Um, a lot of things going on in sports right now, obviously, man. The NFL, training camps getting going. My Philadelphia Eagles looking good out there so far. Thankfully, there hasn't been any injuries up to this point. What's up, boys from D? How you doing, man? Hey, everybody that like LSU and like sports, y'all check out Boys from D channel also. Y'all go and give them a subscribe, man. You got a really fire channel out there as well, yo. But yeah, man, Eagles looking good in training camp. Uh, what's up, Savage Batman? What's up, Greg CTC? A lot of guys holding out, man. You got guys like Michael Thomas with the Saints, Ezekiel Elliott with the Dallas Cowboys, Melvin Gordon with the Chargers. A lot of teams just out there trying to get better, man. College football is creeping up on us. It's coming up very, very soon. I want to say LSU starts fall camp this week, in preparations for the season. NBA is a little quiet right now. If you, what's up, young Nola? Nah, not this year, partner. We had a lot of injuries last year, man. Verna Weaver, go Tigers. Who do you think is going to make it to the Super Bowl this year? Obviously, me personally, I like my Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, Rodney Turner, fly Eagles fly. Um, at the AFC, man, you always got to put the Patriots in there. They got the whole thing going on with Belichick and Brady. But I think a team like the Colts, man, could with that offensive line, that running game, they got a pass rusher now in Justin Houston. They're a team right there you gotta check out a little bit too, man. Vernon Weaver, nah, man. Y'all need to pay Zeke, man. Y'all need to tell Jerry Jones stop running his mouth about Zeke, man. He up there talking about you don't need the leading rusher to win a Super Bowl. Yeah, that's true if you got a great quarterback. like, and me personally, if you follow the channel, Dallas, I don't like y'all. I can't stand y'all, and I don't think Dak is all that. Now, is he like the worst quarterback in the league? No. But is he one of the best? No. Malik Baker, what's going on, my brother? Fly Eagles fly. Yes, this is our year, yo. Y'all can't double Mike no more. Mike can't even dance. like, y'all better pay that man and stop playing, man. Dallas Cowboys, New Orleans Saints, y'all better pay y'all people, man, and stop acting like y'all like Breeze is great, but he 40. And Dak ain't great without Zeke, man. He ain't great with him, but I don't think he that good without Zeke, yo. So y'all better go out there and pay y'all people, man. But if Mike Thomas out there, obviously, the Saints are a real good threat. They're a real team, a real contender. But I think them missing Mark Ingram is a big loss for the Saints, man. Max Unger too is a big loss, man. So we gonna see. And Atlanta is gonna be a lot better this year, yo. Atlanta will be a lot better team this season, man. I still think the Saints win the NFC South because I like Drew Brees a little more than Matt Ryan. But Atlanta is coming for New Orleans too, yo. Let's see. Want a big contract, but we're gonna have to pay Kamara, Marshawn, and Marcus. Yeah, down the line, but you gotta pay Mike right now. like Mike turn to get paid right now, so y'all better pay him, man. He got 97 more catches than the next receiver on that team, yo. So like Michael Thomas, I get it. Drew Brees is a first ballot All of Hall of Fame quarterback, one of the greatest ever. But you have to pay Michael Thomas, man. Um, it's a situation where, say, in a year or two, Brees, retires and the team is not the window for the Saints isn't as big. Then and you got Michael Thomas contract on the books. Then you trade him. But for right now, the Saints are a Super Bowl contender, and their window is closing smallly. So you gotta go out there and pay that man, yo. Team Gnarly, what's up, bro? Zeke can't eat if he ain't out there. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy, Team Gnarly, man. I think Kamara is going to have a big season. I agree. Kamara is pretty good, man. Now, I'm curious to see how much of a workload he could carry without Mark Ingram there. Now, granted, they got Latavius Murray, and he doesn't suck, so to say, but he's not that physical pounding back that Mark Ingram was, man. That running that type of running back takes a whole lot of pressure off of Alvin Kamara, man. And Latavius Murray gonna have to step up, man. You don't want Kamara touching the ball 30 times a game. I know he's capable and I know he's great and he's solid, but you don't want him touching the ball that much. So Latavius Murray is, he's kind of the X factor for the Saints, I think, man. If he plays well, they got a real shot again. What's up, Richard Waldrop, man? Appreciate you always following me, man. Max Unger was not at his best last year. Yeah, granted, that's fair point, but he still was a pretty good center, man. And the rookie they got from Texas A&M, I gotta go back kind of watch a little more film on him. I heard a couple of people telling me he's pretty good, but I watched Texas A&M a lot, and he never really jumped off the screen to me. A center that did jump off the screen to me a good bit with was that guy, I can't remember his name, but that center from Georgia. He was pretty good, yo. I'm going to be at the Eagles Falcons game. Man, I am so jealous. That's gonna be a very electric game, a very electric atmosphere, man. Atlanta got a beautiful stadium too, man. Atlanta, obviously the Superdome, man. All these are really good, cool places, man. Enjoy yourself up there riding the tournament. I hope the Eagles win that game. What's up? What's up, Brian Dennis Stadium? Appreciate the follow, yo, and chop on, man. Let's see. I don't think we get rid of Michael Thomas. It would. That would be a dumb move, yo. The guy is an elite receiver, and Drew Brees is dependent on him a lot right now. Drew Brees is dependent on obviously he got 97 more catches than anybody else, in the receiving corps. So yeah, getting rid of him would be a dumb move. You gotta pay that man, yo. You really gotta pay him and give him everything that basically he's asking for, yo. 20 mil, it sounds like a lot, but you watching the next year or two, all these other receivers are going to be getting 20 mil too. I think Julio Jones and his representatives are sitting there waiting to see for Michael Thomas' contract to get done, so then they could come in and up that with Julio Jones's contract. So I mean, that's just the market value right now. So you gotta pay him what you gotta pay him. We supposed to have back-to-back Super Bowl rings. Man, if Alshon would have just caught that ball, man, I'm so curious to see how that game would have turned out, yo. Bryant Dennis Stadium is a great name. It's all right. The name would be better if it was Tiger Stadium, Death Valley. Thank you for the shout out and your observation. Hey, thank you for following me, man. I appreciate that a lot, Richard Waldrop. Super Bowl 54 prediction for me: Cowboys versus Steelers or Eagles versus Broncos. Steelers, man, I'm gonna say this, man. The Steelers are gonna be a lot better than production when Antonio Brown. You lose a whole lot of production with Le'Veon Bell. But I think Juju Smith-Schuster is gonna be a solid number one receiver. He was the number one, Sam Darnold's number one receiver at USC. And when he got out of there, USC did not have the year they thought they was gonna have in Sam Darnold last year. And James Conner has been a pleasant surprise at the running back position. And the Steelers got one of the best offensive lines in football, man. Big Ben could still sling the ball around. I love the addition of Devin Bush on the defense, to try to finally replace that Ryan Shazier player. But the Steelers got a chance, man. I still prefer Cleveland in that division because Cleveland is just so loaded, man. You know what I'm saying? Eagles are not trash, yo. Like, come on, man. Like, as much as I can't stand Dallas and don't like Dallas, I won't say they team trash. They got a good team, but the personnel that the Eagles have this year, man, Nah, bro. Ain't no trash this year, yo. I wish Max Unger could have stayed another year, but the dude from Texas A&M will come through for the same. We gonna see. We gonna see. Unger getting a little longer in the tooth. Like I said, the center from A&M. I'll be lying if I said I think he's gonna be great or I think he's gonna be a bust. I don't really know much about him. Obviously the Saints scouting department thinks something of him to go ahead and pick him. So we gonna see, yo. I want to see how they are in the interior on their offense, man. The center position and that power back position, which was so key to the Saints the last couple of years. So I want to see how they do this season, without having that. But and yeah, the Steelers, they got a shot to be really good, like I said, man. 11-5, that might be a little bit of a stretch, but they have a real legitimate shot, to be really good this season, yo. So we gonna see how that go. I hope he does stay healthy, and if Carson Wentz stays healthy, the NFL is in trouble. Just to let you know. What's up, Brandon Reese, man? I appreciate you always following the channel too, man. Big ups to you, and I agree. I do think the Saints win the NFC South again this year, yo. All the way, I'm not quite sure about that, man. I like my Eagles a little better. What's up, Paul Jacobson? What you think of New York Jets this year? I like the moves they made, yo. I think the New York Jets are going to be a very good team this season. I'm not sure they could challenge the Patriots for the AFC East yet, but I think they got a real shot to be a wild card team, man. When you add Le'Veon Bell to that offense, and you got an underrated aspect of that team is Greg Williams coming to the defensive side of the ball. And obviously for the Saints fans, before all the Bonnegate and all that other stuff, when the year the Saints won the Super Bowl when they had Greg Williams as the defensive coordinator, you had huge seasons from Jonathan Vilma and from Darren Sharper in that defense. And the Jets, they got CJ Mosley and Jamal Adams. So those are two players who I'm expecting to have big time Pro Bowl seasons this year. Obviously, if they stay healthy. Quentin Williams, trust me, as an LSU fan, that guy is a monster, man. So yeah, yo, the Jets are gonna be pretty good this year, man. We're gonna face Dallas week 4. Yeah, and I hope y'all beat them. That might be one of the few games I really hope the Saints win. I hope the Saints beat Dallas week 4, yo. Eagles are going back to the postseason. Mr. Dugas, let me know how you feel. Oh, I believe so, man. The biggest weakness I feel for the Eagles this year, my Eagles, is injuries. If we could stay healthy, yo, especially Carson Wentz, Nelson Aguilar, Deshaun Jackson, and Malcolm Jenkins, those are the 4 players that we don't have much depth behind. So if those players could stay healthy, of the Eagles' chances, this upcoming season. The LSU Texas game is going to be it's very very interesting this year. Not just because both teams are in the preseason top 10, but for recruiting purposes. LSU, we get a lot of great players. You got the Jamal Adams, guys like him, our best DN this year, Clavion Chason. Those guys are from Texas. So if we could win that game on the road, it'll really help us not only for our postseason chances, but in the recruiting aspect also, yo. That Texas game is a huge game, yo. Um, let's see. What's up, Sports Live in the ATL? What's up, my brother? Hey, everybody, if you are a Braves fan or an Atlanta Falcons fan, y'all go subscribe Sports Live in the ATL channel. He got a really good channel, man. Very entertaining. Y'all give him a check out, man. I'm going live. I'm going to the Eagles Falcons week 2. Hey man, I'm jealous. I really wish I could attend that game also, man. That's I never been, but I see on TV and pictures the Mercedes Stadium in Atlanta is a beautiful stadium. And I would love to check out that game, not just for the atmosphere. But that's a really good game, man. It's Sunday night football. It's prime time. I mean, that's gonna be a very good game between two really good teams, yo. Foles is a better QB. No, he's not. Like I love Nick Foles. I'm always gonna love Nick Foles. I'm always gonna appreciate what Nick Foles did for my Philadelphia Eagles by bringing home that first Lombardi trophy. But when you look at talent and you look at everything else just that's going, Carson Wentz is the better quarterback, yo. So, and it's gonna play out this year, man. I love what Nick Foles did, man. He couldn't play no better than he did against the Vikings and the Patriots. But Carson Wentz is the guy, man. And we gonna see this year. He's slimmer this year. He's motivated to stay healthy, and he has weapons all over the place. He has weapons everywhere, yo. So yeah, I don't Nick Foles ain't better than Wentz, yo. And Sports Live, it's all good, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Oh, did you really, man? Yeah, I know the weather was kind of bad up there, man. So it'll be good for you to check that game out inside this year, yo. And Eagles pulled it out, man. It was kind of a lackluster game. Both teams kind of struggled offensively. It had a great ending though. You know, shout out to Darby for pushing Julio out of bounds, man. Julio is a monster. You know? Trust me, man. I'm possibly what's up, Savage Batman? Possibly going to see the Cowboys Jets game at MetLife Stadium week 6. That's gonna be a very entertaining game, man. The Jets, you know, Dallas is a good team. As much as I don't like them, they're a good team, man. But that's a very entertaining game that you're gonna be attending. Especially if Zeke is out there, which I do think Zeke will end up playing this year for Dallas. So seeing a Ezekiel Elliott versus Le'Veon Bell matchup, that's a pretty good game to see, man. I love your Braves videos. Do the Braves must address picture today or tomorrow? Yes, we absolutely do. Especially, I would like Gosman almost fooled me. Gosman almost made me think that we had enough pitching. But nah, I would like another frontline starter. I'm seeing a lot about us looking in the Syndergaard and Wheeler, which would be kind of weird, you know, getting a pitcher from our rivals. But we do need to address pitching. But starting pitching would be good, but we definitely need a bullpen, man. We need a bullpen arm, especially a setup guy and or a closer, man. I catch a heart attack watching Luke Jackson every time he goes out there with the game on the line, yo. What's up, Philly B, man? That's my boy, yo. Who is your number one fantasy running back? It depends. If you're in standard, obviously if he shows up and plays, you go with Ezekiel Elliott. You know, if it's standard. I think if it's PPR, I think you go with Saquon Barkley because Barkley, I see he had 91 catches last year, and I'm expecting him to have even more catches this year since there's no Odell Beckham. You know, you watching the preseason games. I'm going to see them rookies can do. Yeah, man. For the Eagles, I'm very excited to see Miles Sanders and JJ Arcega-Whiteside. Obviously Andre Dillard too, but it's on the offensive line, and so you know it's you kind of don't see too much there. But I really want to see Miles Sanders and JJ Arcega-Whiteside, and I want to see all the other first rounders. You know, the Kyler Murrays, the Daniel Jones with the Giants, the Wayne Haskins. I mean, you name them. I want to check all those rookies out, yo. This preseason. I can't stand guys. Yeah, man, they bad. That grand slam Sabaka gave up last night was just terrible, man. I mean, I just it just almost made me hurl, yo. Like it's 2-2. You going up against the team that's right behind you. Like that's 2 days in a row we gave up a grand slam, man. That's pretty bad, yo. You right. I hope LSU wins the West this year so the Dogs can get their rematch. I will have later on, like right before the season, I will do a SEC preview video for the East and the West, but just to throw a little bone out there for that. LSU has a chance in the West, man. And Georgia, obviously, just the talent. I know Alabama is up there, and who knows? Wait and see. I may pick Alabama in the West, but LSU. This is the year that LSU has a chance to overtake Alabama. And a LSU Georgia game would be a very very entertaining game, yo. You absolutely right about that. If what's up, Patricia Wellborn? Appreciate the follow also and chop on. If Alabama were to play Oklahoma in the playoff, what's your picks as of today? Oh, I'll go with Alabama. Like, I mean, it would be a very interesting game though, man. I know Lincoln Riley is saying Jalen Hurts hasn't won the job yet, and we'll see. But obviously, we all think Jalen Hurts gonna be the starter. It would be very entertaining just for that aspect to see Jalen Hurts going up against Alabama. But obviously, man, when you got Tua, Judy, Waddle, Harris, and all those guys over there, man, you got to roll with Alabama in that game, yo. Saints versus Chiefs in Super Bowl 54. It's possible. It's possible. Those are two teams that's contending. You know, me, obviously, if I have to pick, I got my Eagles, of course, and I like a team like the Colts, but the Chiefs and the Saints are both very, very well contended teams. Saints going to make it to the bowl. You think we not hungry, man? I know y'all, man. I know y'all mad, bro. Hey, like, I'm sorry for laughing, but that was probably the worst non-call I ever seen. And yo, my dad is a diehard Saints fan. For y'all who didn't know, and I was watching the game with him, man. And like, I just felt so bad for him, man. He heckled me. It's like a part of me felt some satisfaction because he heckled me after the Eagles lost to the Saints. But man, I felt bad for him. I hate to see anybody go out like that, man. And then the Minnesota Miracle the year before, bro. I don't know what's up with that. That's just absolutely crazy, man. The Big 12 don't have any defense. Don't, yo. That's why I'm very intrigued for this LSU Texas matchup. Because not only they don't have defense, but I see Texas is they're not that solidified on the offense or the defensive line of scrimmage. And I feel like LSU could really dominate when it comes to that. So I'm really looking forward to that, yo. Nola and Falcons are not hungry. Please, you poo ass will not when you're on division period. Uh-oh. We got a little Falcons Saints rivalry going on here. I love it, yo. I give a slight edge to the Saints, but the Falcons are coming, man. The fact then they get Deion Jones back, Keanu Neal back. It would not surprise me at all if Atlanta won the South, yo. But that's gonna be some very entertaining football, yo, in that NFC South, yo. What made you become an Eagles fan if you're from Louisiana? That's a great question, young Nola. You see, when I was young, man, like a lot of people don't want to. The Saints had a team before Drew Brees got there. Like, and I remember the Heat Schulers. I remember the Billy Joe Holbers, the Billy Joe Tollivers. They even had Kerry Collins for a little while, yo. Jeff Blake, Aaron Brooks. You know what? They was okay with Aaron Brooks and Jeff Blake. But the Saints were terrible, man. And I would watch, man, Donovan McNabb at Syracuse, and he just was awesome. He was amazing, man. And when the Eagles drafted him, which a lot of people thought, the Eagles was gonna take Ricky Williams. When the Eagles drafted Donovan McNabb, man, I've been a fan ever since, man. And I just stuck with him, man. Great times in the full straight NFC championship games, the Chip Kelly days, the Kevin Cobb, a little brief cup of coffee. But I love where we at now. I'm glad I stuck with him. But that's what made me become an Eagles fan, yo. Let's see. Don't sleep on the Falcons. We are back health. I agree with you. I totally agree with you, yo. Falcons have a very good team. I'm nervous about that week 2 matchup, man. Playing them on the road in prime time. That's gonna be a very good game, yo. If the Big 12 falls apart, who would you add to the SEC? That's a great question. Obviously would be, the first choice for me to put them in the man. Imagine if like you got Texas playing Alabama, LSU, and rekindling that rivalry with Texas A&M. That would be big time, yo. And I guess in the East, man, I guess you gotta go a little obviously you gotta go further to the east past Alabama. Um, I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe I guess maybe West Virginia, maybe. They had I think when we first expanded, they had talks of West Virginia actually possibly coming to the SEC. So I would love to see Texas and West Virginia if that happens out of the Big 12, yo. Even though I'm a Cowboys fan, I'm a Drew Brees fan. If I had to choose between Tom Brady or Drew Brees, I would choose Drew Brees. I mean, obviously, I'll go Tom Brady just because of the accolades, everything he's accomplished, 6 Super Bowl rings. But I mean, I do like Drew Brees, man. I like Drew Brees a lot, man. I do. I'm an Eagles fan, but I do appreciate him bringing that Super Bowl to the state of Louisiana. That was very needed. I got to see my dad being very, very happy, and yeah, man, I really I appreciated that just as a fan of football. That was good to see, yo. So but I go with Brady though. Probably I go Brady, yo. Nola, once Breeze retires, is back to dog days. Who you kidding? Hey, we'll see, man. We'll see, man. A lot of teams that need quarterbacks, they trade up. They got a good receiver, they got a good running back. So if they could get another decent quarterback, they could probably still be in there, yo. West Virginia and the SEC East would be cool. Yeah, that would be very cool, man. Seeing them go up against Georgia and Florida and those guys, that would be pretty fun, man. I would like to see West Virginia and Texas, if that would happen. Nola, you guys just choked 2 years straight. Nothing to brag about. Hey, I love it, man. I love good old smack talk, good old rivalries, man. That's what makes sports great, man. Falcon says y'all go right on at it, yo. Let's see. What's up, Kevin Fooch, man? Hey, I greatly appreciate you following the channel, man. You've been following me, almost since pretty much the beginning, man. Appreciate the follow, yo. And you right, go Tigers, man. I'm actually trying to hit a couple of LSU games this year, man. The first game against Georgia Southern, I got that in the works now. I'm gonna try to see if I could attend that game, yo. Tom Brady will retire after the season. Who is with? Man, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know if he just loves football that much, or he just don't want to be home with his wife. Like me personally, if I was Tom, man, now granted, he got another Super Bowl since then, and he played for another one since then. I get that, but like the way he beat Atlanta, like picture if after that game he said I retired. You can't go out better than that, man. So if I he didn't retire after that, so I don't even know, yo. I don't know when Brady gonna call it quits, man. I guess it's just gonna have to be whenever we simply see he cannot play. There will never be another Drew Brees. He is one of a kind, man. Drew Brees is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Obviously, the all-time passing leader. So yeah. Let's see. People in the comments be jealous of the same. Hey, man, you got to take that up with Sports Live in the ATL, man. He a big Falcons fan. He got the Falcons YouTube going, yo. Yeah, man. Like that's gonna be a great rivalry to see this year. Who is your surprise team in the NFL that will shock us? That's a great question, Philly B. Especially in the NFL, every year it's a team that we think gonna be great that's not, and that we don't think coming that comes. In the NFC, a team that I think is gonna be really good that people don't see coming. Believe it or not, I think the Arizona Cardinals, man. I know their offensive line isn't great, but Kyler Murray still has some decent weapons. Larry Fitzgerald is still a capable wide receiver. David Johnson is still a stud running back. I know he misses 6 games, but when he come back, Patrick Peterson is a lockdown corner. Chandler Jones could get after the quarterback, yo. And plus, nobody know what to expect from Kingsbury offense. The NFL hasn't really seen it, so I think Arizona can make some things happen. Another team I don't know if it's much of a surprise, but I like the Green Bay Packers this season. And in the AFC, man, I like the New York Jets. I think the New York Jets are a team that's very very capable. What's up, Richard Hall, man? Appreciate the follow. You think Zeke's holdout going into the season? The way Jerry Jones talking, like it looked like it will, man. The way that Jerry Jones is talking, yo. Jerry Jones is talking like we don't need him. Me personally, I feel like they do, but then it's Dallas, so maybe a lot of that is just talk to get that people old like me and everybody talking like, oh man, Zeke gonna hold out into the season. If they don't pay him, I think he will hold out into the season, yo. Tay Falcons remember 28-3 lead. Well, there you go, sports in the ATL, man. The Saints fans trying to come back at you, man. I love it. It's beautiful, yo. That was pretty bad though, man. Like I was pulling for Atlanta that day too, man, and that kind of made me disappointed that they fell short, yo. You talking about who Brady beat in the wait, hold on, I lost it. You talking about who Brady beat in the Super Bowl? Yeah, Atlanta. That's pretty crazy. This is Kenneth, bro. Went to the K004. Oh, what's up, man? What's going on, bro? How you doing? Appreciating the follow, man. At least the Falcons actually made a Super Bowl show before y'all got there. Hey, look like Sports in the ETL got some backup, man. We got a Saints Falcons trash talking on right here. I love it, man. Y'all go at it, yo. Y'all go at it, man. It's gonna be very entertaining to watch those two teams battle for the South this year. Brady won a ring off the stadium. Hey, he won a ring in New Orleans too now. Hey, Brady won his first Super Bowl in New Orleans too. So I mean, he won one in Atlanta and New Orleans. Let's see. Hey, bite dog, how many party does Atlanta have? Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. They ain't got none. The Eagles ain't had none neither a couple of years ago, man. But yeah, that's a great ride. I'm looking forward to that. What's up, Marquise W? Appreciate the follow. You've been checking your boy out. I greatly appreciate that, yo. Fly, Eagles, fly, yo. Yeah, man. This Saints Falcons rivalry is gonna be very fun, man. This is gonna be a very, very fun rivalry, yo. Hey, dog bite. Remember 36-16. Hey, we put it on Georgia that day, man. Georgia's a great team, but that day, man, we really put it on them, man. Jambalaya Joe Burrow just was doing his thing out there, man. If that off, and then we didn't really have great personnel like that. Like Nick Brissett is a good young man. He's a good running back. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a good running back. I like that we're talking about using him as a receiver this year a lot more. But to say we was kind of limited in that, like I like the way the offense looked that day, yo. And we really took it to Georgia that day. But what that upsetted me in that Georgia game, man, is the fact that early in the game, and it's still a very competitive game. Georgia ran a fake field goal, man. I felt like that was extremely, extremely disrespectful for them to do, man. Um, so like, yeah, bro, like I'm glad we took it to them the way we did, yo. No doubt, big dog. You know the vibes. Camp is picking up. You see Carson out there taking snaps at running back. Yeah, he having a good time, man. Was out. He lost weight. He got slimmer. He's on a new diet. He's out there talking to NFL Network. Yo, I'm really looking forward to this season, man. I'm looking forward to this Eagles season. We got a lot of doubters out there, but this team is absolutely loaded. And I know Carson Wentz is extremely motivated to get back out there and do his thing this season, yo. Titus Shambles, what's up, man? Appreciate the follow. Appreciate you tuning in. That's disrespectful to beat the Falcons, then beat them in their own stadium. Yeah, that's pretty bad, man. Who will win a championship first? The Cantors or the Falcons? Uh, if I had to put money on it right now, I'll probably say Atlanta. I think Atlanta would get one before Carolina, man. And not to say Carolina can't never give it. I mean, they had a chance. They both was in the Super Bowl recently. They both still got most of the core guys from those Super Bowl appearances. But I'll say Atlanta. I think Atlanta is a little closer to a Super Bowl than Carolina is. Falcons low key want to be the same. No Cowboys fans in it. They had one earlier, man. But hey, I don't like Dallas. I can't stand them, man. But like, it's gonna be fun between us and Dallas this season. They got a good team, man. So I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Mr. Dugas, I respect your Eagles. I gave him a scare. Yeah, we did. Man, if Alshon would have just caught that ball, man. Oh, bruh. I was feeling good, 12-14, nothing, but it happens, man. It wasn't meant to be. Shout out to the Saints for getting that W, yo. With this many holdouts, you think the league may start looking at guaranteed contract? That's a great question. I don't know. I'm not sure, man, because you see, it's bad right now, but imagine like a few years ago before they had the new collective bargaining agreement, before you had rookies who've never even proven themselves holding out, yo. I remember like I love him. He's an LSU Tiger. He was a great player for us. But you look at Jamarcus Russell, he held out until what, like week 7 or week 8 or something like that. And he got like 60 million guaranteed. And then once he got out there, he wasn't very good at all. Obviously, one of the biggest busts in NFL history. So, I don't know how much more the league could do. They do have another collective bargaining agreement coming up soon, but I don't know how much Goodell could do about this, man. But honestly, man, the players that's holding out are all every last one of them. When you look at Zeke, you look at Michael Thomas, you look at Melvin Gordon, Jadeveon Clowney. All of these guys are deserving of contracts. It's not like if this was like a backup player saying, "Hey, I'm holding out for this." Well, obviously, if it was a backup player holding out, they probably would have just cut him. But these are some very good players that's holding out. So I don't know how much more the NFL could really do into that. I'd rather lose in the conference championship game than choke a 25 point lead. Man, y'all crazy, man. I love it, yo. All kidding aside, big dog bite. I'm friends with Duke Riley and Deion Jones. Yes, yes, yes. Great point, man. Deion Jones is a baller, man. Especially the way he battled, man, coming out of Jesuit. He didn't really get a lot of playing time for LSU till his last year, yo. And for him to ball out his last year, become a second round pick. The same thing for Duke Riley, man. For him to ball out his last year and become, I think, he was a second round pick. So I want to see, or a third. I forgot what round Riley went in. But yeah, that's pretty incredible, yo. What are your thoughts on women ref in the NFL? I love it, man. What's her name? They got the one. I think she's Sarah. I think her name is from Pascagoula, Mississippi. She does a great job out there, yo. I would love to see more women officials out there, man. If they very well capable of calling a game, let them be out there. I want to see more women get into everything dealing with the NFL. I have two young daughters who right now they like football. So hopefully as the NFL continue to expand, I'm not saying that that's what they want to do when they get older, but it's a lot of young girls, a lot of young women that could really come into the NFL and make a great impact. One day we may even see a woman, into the Hall of Fame years down the line. You got great women like Gail Benson, owning teams. So yes, I would love to see, women continue to get more and more opportunities, not just in the NFL, but just in sports and society altogether. What about them, Elliot? What's up, B Black Time? Appreciate the follow. Man, the Chargers are loaded. That's another team, man. I said the Colts, but that's another team that has a real shot to make it to the Super Bowl out of the AFC. I don't know what happened to them against the Patriots in that playoff game, man. That was just bad, though. I had to watch the highlights. I didn't see the game because I was on my way traveling to New Orleans for the Eagles Saints playoff games while that game was going on. But man, that team is loaded, man. When you look at the O line, getting Forrest Lamp probably going to finally be healthy for them. Philip, filthy Philip Rivers, Melvin. Well, Melvin Gordon, if he shows up, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. I'm looking for a big jump from Mike Williams, Ingram and Bose on the D line. Don't forget they got veteran Thomas Davis as linebacker now, and that secondary with man Desmond King and Derwin James, man, and Casey Hayward. The Chargers are a very loaded team, yo. If she can do the job, I have no issues. I completely agree, yo. Who is the NFL team that you think will flop this year? That's a great question, Philip B. If I had to pick a team that did great last year that I think is going to take a step back this year, the main team I would say is I think the Chicago Bears are going to be a little down this year. And I'm not just saying that because Jordan Howard left and is with my Eagles now, but you know their schedule gonna get a lot tougher. Like they lost Vic Fangio, man. Vic Fangio was a very good defensive mind. Now, granted, they still got good personnel over there. Well, great personnel with Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, you know, Trevathan, Eddie Jackson, Kyle Fuller. They still got players over there. But I know it looked like, you know, Tariq Cohen is over there gonna do his thing, but I don't know, man. I think the Bears gonna be the one to flop. What's up, Black Spider? How do you think the Texans will do? I think they're gonna come back down to earth just a little bit, man. I still like Deshaun Watson a whole lot. I love DeAndre Hopkins as a receiver, man. I just worry about their offensive line and I worry about their secondary. And they need to pay Clowney. You know, if they could pay Clowney, then I think they'll do a little better, yo. Let's see. Trying the Cowboys at 13-3 first place in the league. Nah, bro. I got the Eagles, man. Now I think Dallas is a very capable team this year, you know, but I like the Eagles to finish better in the NFC. And I ain't just being biased. I really believe that, yo. Do you think the Raiders will improve? Yes, I do. When you add Antonio Brown, I like the receiving core. Antonio Brown, you know, Tyrell Williams, you know, they running back, the guy Josh Jacobs out of Alabama. Um, you know, they added Trent Brown on the offensive line. You know, Clint Farrell. The defense, you know, still got a little work to do. I still don't think they quite playoff improve, but I think they'll do better than they did last year. They may catch a couple of teams slipping. What's up, Rodney Turner? How's it going? Appreciate the follow. I like to see my Georgia Bulldogs beat Alabama this year. Hey, I mean, they had a chance twice, man. Both games, I thought they had them, man. The championship game, I thought Georgia had it done until Tua came in. Then the SEC championship game, I thought they had it done until Jalen Hurts came in, man. It's crazy how they kind of flip flop roles in those games against Georgia, but I mean, Georgia got the talent to do it. They're right there. They just got to learn how to finish it off, man. Um, a make or break season for Jim Harbaugh. I believe personally it is because now, not to say if he don't win the Big Ten, they're gonna fire him, but I think you're gonna start hearing people get a little louder now. Because when you consider the fact they got Ohio State at home, Urban Meyer is not there anymore. Um, and I mean, you know, just like the other day, he making these comments about Urban Meyer. I felt like that was completely unnecessary. I mean, you gotta sit back and focus on your own team before you sit out there and try to get on somebody else's team. So yeah, I think the pressure is on them this season, yo. My Philadelphia Eagles going to the Super Bowl and Carson Wentz for MVP. Hey, Malik Baker, my brother, I love it. I absolutely love it, yo. I hope you're right, man. And it got a chance to happen, yo. It really got a chance to happen, yo. Eagles not going nowhere. Boy, y'all was going to face the Saints 48-7. I mean, y'all caught us reeling in that regular season game. That playoff game, man, not to make excuses, but y'all caught us with no healthy running back. Y'all caught us with like half of the secondary. You know, Fletcher Cox missed time during the game. And we was playing, though he won a Super Bowl and was very great at it. I mean, it's a backup quarterback. So hey, hopefully we meet in the playoffs this year so we can see how the matchup goes this year. And I hope we both remain healthy for that to happen. I wonder why basketball disappeared during basketball season. I think me and you both know why. The fact that Avery Johnson is unemployed now, I think we both know why. Lost respect for Kirby Smart 2 years ago. Full time. Man, he just gotta finish them games, man. I think he did a great job at Georgia. I think he's done a great job with it. Um, he's done better than Mark Rick. I must say, I was kind of skeptical when he first got hired. You know, with no real head coaching experience at such a prestigious program with such great that just fired a coach that did well, like kind of like with Les Miles and us did well, but we knew he couldn't get us over the top. I think Kirby got a chance, man. He just that fake punt of getting that SEC championship game was a bonehead decision. I think the national championship game, I don't get on him too bad because I think Tua caught him off guard. Tua caught us all off guard. And for Tua to go out there and ball the way he did, I mean, you can't really blame him for losing the way he did, yo. We beat them week 1. Oh, I guess you're talking about the Texans. That's gonna be a very entertaining game, by the way. Houston and New Orleans in that Superdome week 1, yo. What's up, Mister? What's up, Yang? I know I'm probably saying your name wrong. I apologize. Yang Yang, appreciate the follow. Appreciate you checking out the channel with me. Come on, Will. Give Will Wade what he want. Yeah, man. I like Woodward, man. He has a big resume at Texas A&M. Um, Will Wade obviously has proven that he's a relentless recruiter and a relentless coach. Now we gonna see if we get hit with sanctions or not down the line. Hopefully not. I hope we don't. But yeah, we need to give him what he want, man. I also found it curious, Kenny. You see how they got us playing at Texas in football and in the SEC Big 12 basketball game with Will Wade going up against his former against his former boss, Shaka Smart. That's gonna be a very entertaining game also, yo. Yo, what's good? What's up, Jared Goldberg? Appreciate the follow. Appreciate you checking me out, yo. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Do you think the Heat will be? What's up, Supreme Biscuit HD, yo? That's a great question, man. That's a really great question. Obviously you got to look at the Milwaukee Bucks up there. You got to put them up there. The Philadelphia 76ers. The Indiana Pacers getting Oladipo back and adding Brogdon. They're gonna be solid. Boston is gonna be solid. Let's see. Toronto, yeah. They don't have Kawhi no more, obviously, but they still okay. I think that he could be like a fifth or a sixth seed in the East this year, man. I really think we could be a fifth or a sixth seed this year. And the goal for us, man, is to get to that 2021 recruiting class. Is to develop these young players like Tyler Hero and Justice Winslow and Bam Adebayo, and to get to that 2021 class, man, where I feel like with Jimmy Butler with us now, I believe we definitely will get a big time free agent to come play for our Heat in a couple of years. So. 247 Sports predicts LSU versus Oklahoma in the Sugar Bowl. Yeah, I mean that's a fair prediction. Obviously I would love to see LSU in the championship, but that's a very fair prediction, man. Not only a very fair prediction, that would be a very intriguing matchup, man. Especially, you got us playing Texas in the regular season and then turning around playing Oklahoma in the Sugar Bowl. Um, yeah, that would be big time, yo. Jalen Hurts going up against LSU. Dave Aranda going up against Lincoln Riley. The rematch of the 2003-04 BCS Sugar Bowl national championship game in the same building that it was played in. Yeah, that would be pretty cool if that was to happen. But of course, though, I definitely would prefer us being in the national championship game. Though. But yeah, man, LSU. I'm gonna have a SEC prediction video probably in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna try to wait till the week right before the season starts. That week of that Miami, Florida game, week zero game, which is very interesting. I did a Big Ten, I did a Big Ten preview video earlier today. Hope y'all check that out. Hope y'all like it. I apologize, it's kind of long, but to say that they called 10, 14 teams is a lot of teams to cover, man. I know the SEC got 14 teams too, man, but 14 teams is a lot of teams to cover, man. Out of a conference that you a little familiar with, but not greatly, familiar with, yo. Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody, man, checking in with me. Appreciate everybody this stream, man. I'ma try to do this every Tuesday, yo. I'ma try to do this every Tuesday. Um, Starting at 4 p.m. I know I said I was gonna go on till 6, but I'm gonna have to cut it short. Some things actually did come up, so I'm gonna probably go till about 5:30 or so, man. What are your true chances? What's up, Avery? Abe Miles, appreciate you checking in, yo, and checking me out. What are your true chances against Alabama this year? I think that's the one game that's in our way. Yeah, it is. It's the one game. Me personally, I believe LSU has a real shot to go 11-1 or 12-0 this year. I know it's on the road in Tuscaloosa. Obviously, right now, by not being biased, we always, if we had to bet the mortgage on it, we always pick Alabama to win that game, obviously. But I think we got a real shot to beat them this year, man. When you consider Joe Brady coming in with this new offensive approach, coaching up Jambalaya Joe Burrow, these talented running backs, but most importantly, the interior of the offensive line, Cushionberry coming back, this young freshman guard, Cardell Thomas, who I cannot wait to watch play against Georgia Southern. He is a mauler. The defensive line, the improvements that Coach O did upon the defensive lines, bringing in top level recruiting along the defensive line. I think we got a shot, man. Now, granted, they got a high powered offense, and as long as Nick Saban is over there, they're gonna have a very, very good defense, man. Tua, we got to put pressure on Tua. Tua had too much time to throw last year, but not only do we got to put pressure on Tua, we got to put pressure on Tua with a four-man front, yo, with rushing four. We cannot continuously send people out of the secondary to blitz him. We cannot continuously do that and hope to have success against that football team, man, and that program. If we could get pressure on Tua with a four-man rush, I really like our chances going up against Alabama this season, man. I think it's gonna be a great game, obviously, man. A great game, great atmosphere. I mean, they beat us 8 in a row, man. I mean, at some point we gotta break through, right? Like they ain't gonna beat us for 20 years straight, like a Florida did Kentucky or something like that. However long that streak was, man. But another interesting side note, man. The national championship game is in New Orleans this year. Since the 03-04 season, every time the national championship game has been in New Orleans, LSU has been a participant. And not only been a participant, but has beaten Alabama during the season, you know, to get there. Not only beat them during the season, beat them in Tuscaloosa. So we played them the national championship in New Orleans. We played them in Tuscaloosa. We'll see, yo. Let's see. You play Madden 20? No, I don't, man. I gotta get me another. I used to play it heavy. I used to play Madden all the time, but just with just life catching up, man. A lot of things going on that I got going on. Work, kids, and everything. I ain't really had time to get another game system. I do plan on sometime next year getting myself a PS4. I've played it, My uncle who lives in Cypress, Texas, he the one who taught me how to play Madden. He have a PS4. I went over there, played him, and man, I mean, he whipped me. Like, and he played with the 49ers and he was killing me, man. And I was out there, of course, with my Eagles, but he motivated me to get back in the Madden on that PS4, man. So no, I don't have it at the moment. I don't play it at the moment, but I do plan in the near future or later future, whenever the time is right. I will get a game system, and I will let everyone know what my online name is or whatever, so I could get a chance to play everybody in Madden, man. I think that would be pretty cool and something fun, to get into. But yeah, y'all. I appreciate y'all checking me out, man. I gotta run. Gotta some things that came up earlier that I gotta tend to. I thought I could have go till 6, but I gotta tend to something right quick. But I'm gonna try to do this every Tuesday, man. I'm gonna try to do this every Tuesday. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed answering everybody questions. If I didn't get to shout you out, I apologize. I'm trying to shout everybody out who follows this live stream. It was a lot of fun, man. I'm gonna do this again next Tuesday, man. Everybody have a great week. Stay blessed. Do what y'all do, man. And I will put out videos, during the week, man. So y'all continue to check out the video. And I thank everyone a lot for the support. I love it. I love y'all. Thank y'all for checking in. Check y'all out on the videos during the week, and I'll be live with y'all again next Tuesday. Until then, man, y'all have a blessed one.